Hi, it's Asif Khan, CEO of Shacknews, with David from Frontier, the creators of chatty favorite Elite Dangerous, and we're here talking about all sorts of things. So, one of the big announcements here at GDC was that you guys are launching this on Xbox One as well as Mac. So I was wondering if you could talk about the challenges that you've had in porting to Xbox One and as well as Mac.
Absolutely, it's brilliant to be coming to Xbox One. It's a natural fit for us as well. We said we'd get the game out on PC, we've done that. We're now showing the first showing of the Mac version, its pre-alpha version here at GDC. And so, developing for console is very interesting because actually developing for PC is a real challenge because the PC is a lot of different platforms, all, if you like, flying in loose formation. You've got all the different CPU setups, all the different GPU setups, different graphics memory, all of those things, different speeds. Some laptops have really slow memory, so you have to deal with so many different bottlenecks, different audio solutions, that actually it's a very big challenge because in the studio we don't necessarily have the same experience as you might at home because we don't have the exact same PC. Whereas with Xbox, we're pretty confident that the Xbox in front of us will be the same as your Xbox at home. So we'll have a very, very similar experience. So that's what's great about console as well. And of course, as a developer, we've done a lot of games on console, both on Xbox 360, games like Disneyland Adventures, Connectimals, or going back, then looking at Xbox One. We've got Zoo Tycoon, launch title on Xbox One, and of course now Scream Ride, who's just come out, and it's on Microsoft stand here. Which means we have people who have a lot of Xbox experience coming available, so it's really natural for us to do an Xbox version of Elite Dangerous.
That makes perfect sense. Speaking to the wider range of hardware, you did a great job when you start up the software where it auto-detects your hardware platform and it says, do you want to just have us optimize it? I just want to thank you for doing that.
Well, actually that also makes our life easier as well. Because on PC games we've done in the past, it's always going to be, it's something we learned way back. So things like Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 that did something like that in the end, is because people would tend to do things like taking all the sliders, moving them up to max, and then complaining to us that the game didn't run well.
Yes, and another area that I personally am a VR nut. I was really appreciative that you guys shipped with DK2 support. Could you speak to the importance of VR in your development process for Elite Dangerous and also going forward for you?
VR is really exciting. Obviously we did a Kickstarter of this game, and when we first went live with the alpha on the 15th of December 2013, we were all, because Oculus DK1 had just shipped at that point, and there was a lot of excitement within our team as well as amongst the backers, the Kickstarter, and people said, we must do Oculus Rift, and we internally as well. And it's funny, we were very keen on doing it, and because we're independent, that enabled us to say, yeah, all right, let's do it. Because we were talking about a number of days to do it. In the end, we released a version, an update, with Oculus Rift in and 3D and various other support like Track IR by December the 20th, only 5 or 6 days later. And it was a great achievement of the team. But the point is, ironically, if we were with a publisher, we'd probably have to put together a business case. And actually, it'd probably take longer to put together a business case than it would to actually implement it. But it got so much love. By mid-January, something like 10% of our player base had played with Oculus Rift. So I think there's a very big intersection of people who had actually put their name down as developers in order to get Oculus Rift, and our alpha backers. Admittedly, it's quite expensive then, around $300 or more to be an alpha backer. But having said that, we got so much unbelievably positive feedback.
I'm definitely one of those people that said they were a developer to get a DK2. Yeah. But another thing that I find challenging in VR is human interface device. With Elite Dangerous and a lot of other flight sims, they've been evolving the hands-on throttle and stick for so long. I feel like you guys really had a leg up on a lot of other VR software developers when it came to human interface and making it an immersive experience. Can you speak more to, when you look at your heads-up display even, it feels like it was built for VR. Could you speak to how much it really played an influence in your development process?
Yeah, well, we thought from the ground up, we thought about VR. and that's why we wanted to support Oculus so early anyway. And I think it's making it feel natural. It's like when you look in a direction and the display pops up. So we're really using it's an input device as well, because we're using the angle you're looking to do a context-sensitive switch of the controls, and that feels very nice, I think, and it works well. The other thing is, I think certainly the first sort of AAA project to actually support VR from the start, as you said, but even from the alpha. And what that's given is a lot of learning for us, where we know what makes people feel sick, in terms of that. Actually, a lot of that's very, very subtle. We've tried doing subtle changes, and you suddenly think, no, that doesn't work. That makes it worse. It's not just about frame rate and resolution. There's a lot more to the way we smooth the motion and things like that. Some things can make nauseous, some things can make it a lot better.
So, just out of curiosity, what ship are you flying right now?
Last time I flew, I was actually in a Lakon Type 9, but I love exploring. So I love the Cobra has always been a ship that is close to my heart because of its roots in the original Elite.
Excellent.
And I still love it because it's a brilliant all-rounder. I think the Asp Explorer is great because of its range exploring, but the Cobra is still very close to my heart.
I'm wearing a Twitch sweatshirt right now, and I've actually streamed Elite Dangerous on Twitch, and I spent the entire time just revolving around the universe and exploring the place. And I was doing it with the DK too, and I just want to say, we are huge fans of this game. We can't wait to see where you're going to go with it. I'm excited that it's coming to Mac. I can't wait to see what you're doing with it on Xbox One, but I'm going to keep doing it on my PC.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's completely fine. And to me, it's wonderful. This is a dream for me because we're finally getting to make the game that I wanted to make. But we're not going to stop making it. I want it to get better and better. We want to push it as far as we can.
And I think that's what's going to make it the best ever. I just want to thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
And stay on Shacknews for all things Elite Dangerous and virtual reality.
And thank you, everybody.